If you want to know what smokers think about the different cigarettes, I have here the latest impartial figures published in 1954 in Printer's Ink by Harry M. Wooten, leading tobacco analyst. Camel is America's first choice by a wider margin than the previous year. Camels are 50 and 0.8% ahead of the second-place brand, the biggest lead in cigarette history. This popularity lead makes clear that for mildness, for flavor, Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette. Now, there's a reason for such a vote of confidence. The more carefully people select cigarettes, and they do select them carefully, the more surely Camels win. People know you can count on Camel's costly tobaccos for more pure pleasure. I suggest you smoke Camels for 30 days and see for yourself what the facts show. For mildness, for flavor, Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette.
Lucky girl. Lucky boy. Lucky they know about Colgate Dental Cream. You stop bad breath with Colgate while you fight tooth decay all day. Of all leading toothpastes, only Colgate contains Gardol. Here's how Gardol works. Just as I was protected by this invisible shield, Colgate with Gardol forms an invisible protective shield around your teeth. Fights both tooth decay and mouth odor for most people all day. See how fresh and clean your breath can feel every day you brush with Colgate with Gardol. Brushing for brushing, Colgate helps give the surest protection ever offered by any toothpaste. That's why it's the world's largest selling toothpaste. Get Colgate in the tube or power-packed Colgate in the handy new push-button pack. Ask your dentist how often to brush your teeth. And remember, you
stop bad breath with Colgate. Fight tooth decay all day.
You can tell a man from Texas, 'cause he's full of Texas pride. He drives a Dodge that's king size with the Texan branded on its side. His Dodge has push-button driving, 230 horse V8.
It's got Dodge suntan styling.
It's the prettiest car in any state. You can tell a man from Texas, 'cause he's full of Texas pride. He drives a Dodge that's king size with the Texan branded on its side.
Yes, it's the Texan, the Dodge Texan, sold only in the Lone Star State. See it at your Dodge dealers now.
Now that you've seen part one of The Rabbit, let's turn to our Westinghouse program and Betty Furness. Hey, listen to this. Well, looks like Betty's getting something real interesting over that old crystal set.
I sure am. And I'm going to let you hear it.
Yes, now you can trade in your old radio, even one with earphones, on a beautiful new Westinghouse television set.
Just imagine being able to get a trade-in allowance on a practically prehistoric model like this when you buy a brand new big-screen Westinghouse television set. Or maybe you have an old crank-up phonograph like this up in your attic. Or perhaps a television set like this with a real small screen. Well, right now, your Westinghouse dealer will give you a bigger-than-ever trade-in allowance on any of these outdated models when you buy a beautiful new Westinghouse television set like this table model, for instance, in a handsome mahogany cabinet with a huge 17-inch screen. Or perhaps you prefer a console, like this Westinghouse Brentwood, with the extra-large speaker for better sound. But whichever style and model you prefer, you're going to want a Westinghouse. And why? Well, for the best answer to that, ask a Westinghouse owner. A recent survey has showed that 7 out of 10 Westinghouse sets sold in the last few months were bought because someone who already owned a Westinghouse set raved about it to a friend or a neighbor. Now, you couldn't ask for a better or a more sincere recommendation than that, could you? You've probably heard the good news that the National Collegiate Athletic Association has chosen Westinghouse to sponsor their televised college football games this fall. So if you can't get to your favorite games in person, see them clearly with no picture waving and no sound distortion on a Westinghouse set. Westinghouse sets really top the market today. And remember that Westinghouse and only Westinghouse bring you the National Collegiate Athletic Association football games. Now, don't forget, if you have an old radio or phonograph or television set, see your Westinghouse dealer. Under the new federal regulations, the chances are that your trade-in allowance will cover the down payment. But, a word to the wise, this liberal offer can't last much longer, so tomorrow, see your Westinghouse dealer. Remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Yes, sir. If you want real entertainment, the best place to find it is in front of a General Electric Black Daylight big-as-life television set. Sports, comedy, drama, news, music. Yes, they're all yours, merely at the turn of a dial. This model has a big 16-inch black rectangular tube that lets you see everything that the camera sees, true to life and as big as life. Sparkling contrast and sharp focus give you pictures of such clarity that you feel you're right there on the scene. The cabinet, designed and constructed by America's leading cabinet makers, fits gracefully into any type of room. Genuine mahogany veneers, hand-rubbed for lasting beauty and durability, are just one example of the painstaking attention to every detail, which makes this cabinet one that you'll be proud to have in your home. The precision engineering and careful assembly techniques used in making this General Electric Black Daylight television set are your assurance of television at its finest. See it in operation at your General Electric dealers tomorrow. And when you see it, well, you'll know that you're seeing the best.
I want you to meet Daisy. She's not only a good-looking dog, she's happy and healthy and enjoying a longer prime of life, mostly because she's nourished with Gaines homogenized meal. Gaines, you know, guarantees scientifically balanced nourishment every mouthful at every feeding. Now, that's not true of ordinary meal. Because the flakes and dusty powder in ordinary meal separate in the package, your dog gets mostly flakes one time, powders the next. Never a balanced feeding any time. But now look at Gaines. Gaines is a meal of clean, wholesome nuggets, and every one is the same. By that I mean each Gaines nugget contains every food element a dog is known to need. Yes, this one single nugget of Gaines is a perfect balance of vitamins, minerals, more proteins of meat, milk, and fish, fats and carbohydrates, all derived from natural foods. And because Gaines is homogenized, a dog can assimilate more of his food, gets more and better nourishment with Gaines. Daisy here is living proof of what Gaines can do. So, buy homogenized Gaines meal and help your dog to health, happiness, and a longer prime of life.
And now let's pause a moment and look at our program again. Frost in August. Say, don't tell me we've got frost in this kind of weather.
Well, if you have an old-fashioned refrigerator like this, it's apt to frost up faster than ever in the hot weather because the chances are that you're opening it more often. And what a nuisance it is to have to scrape the frost off the freeze chest and empty the drip pans and do all the messy chores that go with defrosting a refrigerator. Believe me, you'd find life lots more simple if you owned this sensational Westinghouse refrigerator that never needs defrosting because it always keeps itself frost-free. And what's the trick? Here. It's this magic counter button. The very moment that frost starts to build up in the freeze chest, this magic button gives a signal, and every tiny trace of frost is wiped away immediately. And as for drip pans, well, the Westinghouse Frost-Free just doesn't need them because the defrost water evaporates. It simply vanishes. Now, there are other refrigerators that claim no defrosting. Some of them have a kind of a clock device that turns the refrigerator off, and then there are others that have heating coils that heat up around the freeze chest to melt the frost. Yes, there are others, but the Westinghouse Frost-Free is the only one that has been tested and proven for 10 whole years all over the country in kitchens just like yours. And so, well, wouldn't you rather have a refrigerator that's proven itself under all conditions? That's why I'm sure that you'd prefer the Westinghouse Frost-Free. And remember, the Westinghouse Frost-Free defrosts itself so quickly that frozen foods and even easy-to-melt ice cream stay safely, steadily frozen. I honestly think that the Westinghouse Frost Free is the very finest refrigerator that you can buy. But that's not just my opinion. Drop in at your Westinghouse dealers and he'll show you hundreds of letters from women all over the country. And they all say there's nothing that compares with the Westinghouse Frost Free. Remember, you can be sure if it's Westinghouse.
Here's a remarkable piece of wood. It's from France, a section of floor over 300 years old. It was taken up only a few years ago. Imagine the generations of people who have walked on this floor, the thousands of shoes that have scuffed across it, and yet it's still beautifully preserved. Why? Because it's been protected with wax. Now, just compare it with this floor. Not even 6 years old, its finish is worn and shabby from neglect. Don't let this happen to your floors. Use Johnson's Paste Wax. Let the wax take the wear. And as the years go by, you'll watch your floors become mellow and more beautiful. Also, don't forget the 100 other uses for Johnson's Paste Wax, such as leather, woodwork, all wood surfaces. So the next time you shop, for beauty and protection, the name to remember is Johnson's Paste Wax.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Choosing carefully these days, smokers give Camel cigarettes the biggest preference in history. Yes, newest published figures show Camel's now 50 0.8% ahead of the second-place brand, the biggest margin ever. For mildness, for flavor, for more pure pleasure, Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette.
And now here's Betty Furness to talk about the good old days.
You probably don't remember, but back in Grandma's day, ladies actually wore costumes like this when they went for a ride in a horseless carriage. And back in those same days, a New York State farmer named Clarence Timmerman started using the actual Westinghouse electric motor you see right here. And now, after 48 years, he still uses this amazing motor to power his feed grinder, saw, hay hoist, and so on. And just think, this year, electricity will be available to 95% of America's farms. That's why, starting August 26th, they'll be celebrating Farm Electrification Week. Of course, this old electric motor made by Westinghouse is amazing, but the new ones are even more so. Here's a brand new Westinghouse Lifeline motor with the same horsepower, but it's a third smaller in size and weight. And isn't it smart looking? The metal in this clamp is all steel. And watch this one. Now there's real proof that a steel motor is lots stronger than a cast iron one. 2 generations ago, Westinghouse built that motor to last years longer. And now, through the genius of Westinghouse research, they've modernized their motors like this one. The Lifeline motor is another Westinghouse first. All steel, stronger, and lubricated for life. Don't you agree that these 2 motors prove again that you can be sure if it's Westinghouse?
And now a word from our alternate sponsor, Pell Mell Famous Cigarettes.
Reward yourself. Reward yourself with the pleasure of smooth smoking. Refresh yourself with freshly lit flavor. Smoke longer and finer and milder Pell Mell. Enjoy smooth, gentle mildness. Pell Mell is never strong, and it tastes freshly lit puff after puff. Here's why. Pell Mell's greater length of traditionally fine, mellow tobaccos travels the smoke further, filters the smoke, and makes it mild. And you get more than greater length. Fine tobacco is its own best filter, and Pell-Mell tobaccos are the finest quality money can buy. Blended to a flavor peak, delicious and distinctively Pell-Mell. Enjoy a smoothness, mildness, and satisfaction no other cigarette can offer you. Buy Pell-Mell Famous Cigarettes in the distinguished red package today. Outstanding. And they are mild.
This is my song. Hi, folks. We're hard at work getting ready for our show. It takes a lot of people to put a show like this together. The cameraman has to keep on his toes because things move pretty fast. Oh, we have lots of surprises with wonderful guest stars dropping in every week. The mic man's going to be mighty important, too, on our show because you'll be hearing your favorite songs old and new. Oh, and say, about the sets. Right on the job. We have lots of exciting sets. Well, I think we're about ready. Quiet, everyone. Okay, Patty, take it away. Hello, I'm Patty Page. Hello, I'm Patty Page. Oh, and don't forget this dial, because here's where we'll be with a half hour of music, comedy, and wonderful easy fun every week on ABC.
Here's how to help build strong bodies 8 ways.
Eat Wonder Bread. You want to grow bigger and stronger, don't you?
Golly, sure.
Okay. A sandwich daily and 2 slices of Wonder Bread every meal give you 8 elements you need. As much muscle-building protein as roast beef, as much calcium for bones and teeth as cottage cheese, as much phosphorus for cell metabolism as this egg, as much iron for red blood as 3 lamb chops, as much vitamin B1 for appetite as fried liver, as much vitamin B2 for growth as this much cheese, as much niacin for mental health as 6 sardines, as much energy as 2 glasses of milk. That's why you can help yourself grow bigger and stronger 8 ways with Wonder Bread. I mean grow bigger and stronger 8 ways.
So be sure to eat Wonder Bread.
Get Wonder Bread fresh at your grocer's today.
Oh! You scared the dickens out of me there, Joey. Well, before we carry on with the show tonight, how about a Tarryton, huh? Have one. They're so darn easy to get along with, and here is the reason why.
Mildness, 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 mildness makes the difference. In a filter tip Tarryton, mildness makes the difference. Pack after pack, with each puff you take, your taste stays clean, fresh, wide awake. Mildness, 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 mildness makes the difference. Smoke filter tip Tarryton, mildness makes the difference.
Righto, and as a matter of fact, remember just 2 more days till Father's Day. Still plenty of time, though, to surprise Dad with a carton or 2, maybe, on Sunday morning. I know you'll like them. Filter tip Tarryton.
Just a little squirt of Windex gets glass so clean, it seems to disappear. Glass so clean, it seems to disappear. That's because there's no dirt-catching film when you use Windex. Just watch. When you clean one side of a window with Windex, the other side with a foamy cleaner, then leave the window for a day or so, this happens. The glass cleaned with a foamy cleaner gets dirty, that quick. Because most foamy cleaners leave a film that catches dust and dirt. But with Windex, glass stays clean. You see, there's no film. That means nothing on the glass to catch dirt. That's why with Windex, glass stays cleaner longer. Remember, only Windex gets glass so clean it seems to disappear. Try Windex soon.
This is the story of a boy so slow they called him Sammy the Snail. Sammy's trouble was simple: no energy. He didn't know he should eat meat, milk, eggs, fruit, vegetables, and Wonder Bread. And here's Sammy really going to town on Wonder Bread. They're off. Now we'll see if Sammy can run. Wow! Sammy broke the track record to win. Sammy says if you want to help build a strong body 8 ways, eat Wonder Bread. It's scientifically true, 8 slices of Wonder Bread contain as much iron as in 3 lamb chops. Sammy's mother sure likes Wonder Bread. It's so fresh. Remember, Wonder Bread helps build strong bodies 8 ways. Always buy Wonder Bread. You'll be glad you did.
We're Snap, Crackle, and Pop. So rise and shine, Rice Krispies time. Come on the run and join the fun with Kellogg's Breakfast Musketeers. Now all together, let's give 3 rousing cheers. Hooray, hooray! Kellogg's Rice Krispies are top. They snap, they crackle,
They pop.
Try Rice Krispies today.
They're good for you, so tasty too.
We're on our way. Come join Rice Krispies Ragtime Band. Rice Krispies in the bowl, raked with fruit, Rudy-doo-doot, sugar and cream. You've made the team of Snap, Crackle, and Pop. Sure go for more to your grocery store.
For Kellogg's good Rice Krispies.
They snap, crackle, and pop.
Ah, yes, kids, Snap, Crackle, and Pop. It's...
You'll wonder where the yellow went when you brush your teeth with Pepsodent. Pepsodent.
Pepsodent toothpaste contains Irium, the best-known tooth cleanser in the world to help fight decay and bad breath. Yes, Pepsodent makes every breath nicer for you.
And for everyone close to you, too. And does it taste good?
For cleaner teeth, fresher breath, get Pepsodent toothpaste.
And Pepsodent toothbrushes, too.
It seems like a nice idea. On the wedding day, the bride and groom give watches to each other. Now, if you're planning a wedding, you may be glad to know that recognizing the social acceptance of this custom, Longines has produced an exciting series of duets. Exquisite Longines watches in matching styles. Each bride's watch a diminutive replica of the groom's. Exchanging watches is likewise a growing custom between husbands and wives for anniversary gifts. And for any gift occasion, no other name on a watch means so much as Longines, the world's most honored watch. The only watch in history to win 10 World's Fair grand prizes, 28 gold medals, and so many honors for accuracy from the world's leading observatories. And yet you may buy and own, or buy and proudly give a Longines watch for as little as $71.50. See Longines Duets and other beautiful Longines watches, sold only by authorized jeweler agencies. Longines, the world's most honored watch, premier product of the Longines Whitnor Watch Company. Since 1866, maker of watches of the highest character. We invite you to join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday evening at this same time.
When you haven't the energy to do your job, it may be iron deficiency anemia, or as we call it, tired blood. When you're too worn out to do your housework, it may be tired blood. Check with your doctor. And if tired blood is your problem, take Geritol, the high-potency tonic to help you feel stronger fast. In just 1 day, Geritol iron is in your bloodstream, carrying strength and energy to every part of your body. Just 2 tablespoons of Geritol, or 2 tablets, contain twice the iron in a pound of calf's liver. So if you feel tired and run down because of tired blood, take Geritol every day. You will feel stronger fast in 7 days or money back.
New as a brand new bride. Pink as a bridal blush. The new Wonder Bar, new Camay. Loving pink Camay.
The salt that says I love you to your skin.
Sealed in shimmering pink pearl foil, Camay is packed with more loveliness than you ever dreamed a soap could have. It's pink. Loving pink.
So exquisite, so gentle. And wait till you discover that new Cam A fragrance. There's never been anything so lingeringly lovely in a beauty soap. And mild Cam A brings you the gentlest possible skin cleansers found in any soap. Even fine cold cream. It loves you, loves your skin. No other beauty soap ever loved your skin like new loving pink Cam A.
The soap that says I love you to your skin.
You know, I think one of the most delightful surprises you'll discover about new loving pink Cam A is the exciting new fragrance you just heard about. As enchanting as fine imported perfume. You could almost say it even smells pink. And Cam A is so gentle and mild. Truly the most lavish beauty soap ever. Try loving pink Cam A. I think you will love it too.
What should you take to relieve an upset stomach? You have got.
Take pleasant tasting, bubbly, bubbly Bromo. That's what. Bromo seltzer works best for upset stomach. Relieves stomach acidity fast. Soothes nerves. Have a Bromo.
And bubble your trouble away.
Good day.
When you suffer pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia, take Anacin for incredibly fast, long-lasting relief. In fact, your own physician or dentist has probably already suggested Anacin to you. Well, a glance in your medicine cabinet will show you why. Notice most prescriptions given you by your family doctor contain a combination of carefully selected ingredients designed to do a specific job. And it's the same with Anacin, because Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proved active ingredients in easy-to-take tablet form. It's this combination of ingredients working together that accounts for the incredibly fast, long-lasting relief Anacin brings you. That's why I say, folks, when you suffer pain, the pain of headache, neuritis, neuralgia, take Anacin. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets, economical bottles of 50 and 100 tablets. Today, get Anacin for fast relief.
It's incredible. Yet Procter & Gamble's new cleanser, Comet, fortified with chloranol, bleaches out stains, wipes out germs, as no other cleanser can. We'll demonstrate. On this sink, we have put a stubborn tea stain. One side will clean with a leading cleanser, the other with green Comet cleanser. You can do this test yourself. Compare Comet with any cleanser you've been using. Look, cleanser X, stain still there. Comet cleanser, stain bleached out completely. Proof that Comet, with its exclusive chlorine ingredient chloranol, gets sinks and tubs cleaner and whiter than any other leading cleanser. Comet disinfects too, leaves porcelain up to 99% free of household germs. Get new Comet cleanser.
This is Junior, happy as a lark. This is Daddy, working like a horse. And this is Mommy, busy as a beaver, wise as an owl. Busy because look at that wash Mommy's done. Lingerie, curtains, bedspreads, all her nice things. Wise because Mommy washed them in the machine with Ivory Snow. She knows nice things stay nice in Ivory Snow. It's the safest possible soap. She knows it's efficient in her machine, too, because it's granulated. The only soap both Ivory safe and granulated for efficiency. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Junior's tickled in his soft, safe clothes. They're far softer than if Mommy used a detergent. Take a tip from this happy family. Give all your nice things special care. Wash them in the machine with safe and gentle Ivory Snow.
Hello, may I come in? I am Chef Boyardee. Perhaps you have seen my picture on Chef Boyardee products at your grocer's. Today I want to tell you about a wonderful dinner for three. A dinner that only costs about 15 cents a serving. It's my own Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat sauce or mushroom sauce. It all comes in one carton. A full half pound of tender, quick-cooking spaghetti, 10 full ounces of rich, tasty sauce, and to top it off, a whole can of zippy grated cheese. A wonderful food. So ask your grocer for Chef Boyardee spaghetti dinner with meat or mushroom sauce, won't you? And look for other Chef Boyardee's products. They're also delicious, they're also nourishing, and they help keep the cost of your meals down. Chef Boyardee's products are at Best Grocers.
Ask for Chef Boyardee's spaghetti dinner. Only about 15 cents a serving.
This, my friends, is a birthday party. Just look. I see a real laundry job ahead. Fruit stains, mustard, grass stains, and plenty of plain dirt. But I know a wonderful new way to get this birthday party wash bleach white. It's a new idea, a new detergent that I think you'll be interested in. And this is it, new Oxidol. Now watch. I pour just a cupful in my machine, and presto, here's my wash, beautifully clean and white, bleach white, because this new Oxidol actually contains its own bleach. It's the only well-known one that has its own bleach right in it. And like it says on the package, it's color-safe oxygen bleach. Just think, it washes and bleaches all by itself. That's why this new Oxidol really helps remove stains as no other suds can. Your wash comes out clean and white, bleach white, and your washable colors are so bright and lovely, so it's easy to see that this new Oxidol is not just for birthday washes. It's made for every wash, all of mine and all of yours.
A discovery of importance to smokers. It's yours today in Salem Cigarettes. The news is just broken. Salem Research has now developed an entirely new kind of cigarette paper, high porosity paper that air softens every puff. Through the invisible porous openings along the entire length, just the right amount of fresh air blends with each puff to give you a softer, fresher, more flavorful smoke than ever. Menthol fresh, rich tobacco taste, modern filter too. That's Salem. And now even the paper adds to Salem's springtime freshness. Now exclusive high porosity paper, air softens the smoke. If you haven't tried Salem, buy a pack or a carton today. Smoke refreshed. Smoke Salem. More than ever, Salem refreshes your taste.
Here's one way to stretch your money, but a better way is to stop paying fancy prices for floor wax. Get Aero Wax and save 28 cents a pint. Aero Wax shines itself. Just spread it on, let it dry. It resists dirt and scuff marks, too. Remember, although other leading brands cost 65 cents a pint, Aero Wax is only 37 cents. You save 28 cents a pint, and you'll like Aero Wax or your money back.
Incidentally, I told you that I've been down in Florida. We're going down again. I got some really wonderful testimonials about Tweed spray hairnet here down south. After all, that's where it really is put to the test. I think you realize that. With the wind and the rain and the salt air, well, hair control is a mighty big problem. Now, the girls are flipping over this right here. All over the country, they are flipping about Tweed spray hairnet. I took my own survey down south. I proved there ain't nothing like this. Girls carry it with them when they go to the beach, right in the beach bag. They come out of the water, they pull off a bathing cap, they run a comb right through their hair, and then Tweed spray hairnet. They all look like models out of an ad. Now, all I can tell you, girls, if it passes the test down there with flying colors, then I don't have to tell you what it's going to do for you anyplace else in the country, right? I told you what other ladies have found out in an independent survey. They found out that you get one, better set retention, the waves stay in your hair. 4 waves, this is better than any other. 2, your hair will comb better, no pulling or snagging. 3, your hair is more manageable. It's soft because of PVP and lanolin. And of course, the 4th point, I don't even have to make a point there. You know that a beautiful aroma of Tweed fragrance is 1,000,000 times better than any old lacquer odor, because there's no lacquer in this, see? So you girls be ready, will you, when the nice weather gets to your part of the country? Get into the habit of using Tweed spray hairnet, and do it now. At your drug or department store, you see a display like this, $1.50 plus tax,
for the best spray hairnet you can get. Tweed spray hairnet, okay?
A cigarette is more than welcome, if it's the one that tastes good like a cigarette should. Because there's more to a Winston than just the pure white filter. Winston's got filter blend, up front, up ahead of the filter. Fine, mild tobacco, specially processed for filter smoking. Filter blend is a mighty good reason for you to be smoking Winston, America's best-selling filter cigarette.
Ladies, controlling household odors is an all-day job, not just when you're cooking fish or airing out smoke-filled rooms. Why? Because offensive odors linger in your home for hours. You may not notice them because you've become accustomed to them, but folks coming in from outdoors are sure to smell them. So, play safe. Odor condition your home with Wizard Wick Deodorizer. It keeps any room in your home sweet-smelling 24 hours a day. Simply raise the wick, and away goes fear of stale tobacco smells, the embarrassing cooking odors of fish, onions, cabbage. Unpleasant smells in any room. Yes, you're safe with Wizard Wick Deodorizer because it works as a continuous odor conditioning unit. Get Wizard Wick Deodorizer, only 39 cents. Other Wick deodorizers cost up to 69 cents, so you save 30 cents. Get Wizard Green Wick for pine scent, Wizard Pink Wick for delicate spring bouquet.
Ladies, the experts who designed your automatic washer put the right machinery here. So be sure you put the right product here. Well, ladies, why not use a product that's recommended by the world's largest maker of washing machines, Cheer. New Blue Cheer. Cheer is now even better for your automatic washer. You see, Cheer's exclusive Blue Magic Whitener now has new whitening power never before possible. Real wash tests recently made on Cheer and Agitator Automatics show that Cheer washes clothes cleaner and whiter at half the cost of any leading sudsless detergent. Cheer gets clothes so clean, so white, you don't need bluing or bleach. Except for problem stains, no bleaching. Nothing to add, no extra steps. Cheer makes automatics really automatic. Cheer, the only suds with the Blue Magic Whitener. Now, even better in your automatic.
Well, home, wherever you find it, can be a wonderful place nowadays with the many conveniences of modern living. Your kitchen can be especially wonderful if you get the new General Electric refrigerator home freezer combination. It's everything you ever dreamed about. A big 10 cubic foot refrigerator and a real home freezer that can store up to 70 pounds of frozen foods for as long as a year. This model has General Electric's great new Alnico magnetic doors that seal themselves tightly shut. Tiny magnets do the job quickly and quietly and without effort. A touch of the foot pedal and the refrigerator door is open. Both your hands are free. Then there's plenty of room in there, too. Space for 24 quart milk bottles. Space, too, for meats and casseroles. The new roll of drawers glide silently in and out on smooth rollers and can easily be removed for cleaning. And this compartment never needs defrosting. There's no muss, there's no fuss. And remember, when you buy General Electric, you buy dependability. For General Electric has made more than 2.5 million refrigerators, which have been in service 10 years or longer.
Announcing a brand new idea in bus travel. Smooth as a feather, comfortable as floating on air. It's Greyhound's exclusive new Scenic Cruiser service. The year-round, all-weather, dependable way to travel. Featuring these 4 extra comforts that make driving yourself old-fashioned. 1, controlled air conditioning, cool in summer, warm in winter. 2, picture window vision for every passenger.
3, air suspension ride for easy chair comfort. And 4, a completely equipped washroom. No wonder Greyhound Scenic Cruiser service makes driving yourself old-fashioned.
Relaxing while we're riding in a Greyhound bus. We're seeing all the scenery in Comfort Plus. It's such a comfort to take the bus and leave the driving to us in a Greyhound bus. Lucky us in a Greyhound bus.
Free yourself of old-fashioned ideas.
Why don't you live modern? Live modern. Live modern.
Free up. Freshen up your taste.
Smoke an L&M.
Live modern. Smoke modern. Smoke L&M. Enjoy full, exciting flavor through the L&M Miracle Tip. Pure white inside, pure white outside. L&M draws easier. Tastes richer. Smokes cleaner. So freshen up your taste. Change to L&M.
Make today your big red letter day and start to live the modern way. Live, live, live modern. Smoke an L&M.
Baker's Chocolate presents 2 wonderfully easy ways to decorate a cake. Yes, 2 quick tricks with chocolate that make cakes look good and taste even better, because the chocolate you use is delicious Baker's Chocolate. Famous Baker's unsweetened chocolate made from a rare blend of choicest cocoa beans to give you smoother, richer chocolate flavor. And here's trick number 1, these glamorous chocolate curls. To make them, simply scrape a square of Baker's Chocolate with a knife or potato peeler. Could anything be simpler? And you'll love the effect on pies as well as cakes. And now for trick number 2, elegant shadow frosting. It's really a cinch. Just melt 2 squares of Baker's Chocolate with 2 teaspoons of butter. You got it? 2 teaspoons of butter and 2 squares of Baker's Chocolate. Cool slightly and spoon over fluffy white frosting, letting the chocolate trickle down the sides like this. Then cool until shadows are firm. Spectacular, isn't it? So very, very easy. And it's just one of the many grand tricks you can work with Baker's Chocolate. So look for the package with the familiar Walter Baker girl and try a quick trick with chocolate the next time you serve cake. See if you don't agree. Chocolate makes it good, but Baker's makes it best.
Poor Cinderella. She couldn't go to the ball until she cleaned the sink.
Now Cinderella had it tough. To have no Babbo made it rough.
She worked harder than a dog.
But she couldn't get rid of old sink smog.
So sad she didn't have Babbo. So sad she didn't have Babbo.
Too bad. She could only wish she had.
Brighter, brighter Babbo.
And then appeared a fairy queen who said,
Here's how to get things clean. Babbo's Power Pack Suds, my dear.
We'll make that sink smog disappear.
Yes, Babbo's Power Pack Suds sweeps away sink smog in seconds.
Whee! No more drudgery. It's Babbo for me. That's why so many, many, many my brighter, brighter Babbo.
No sink smog with Babbo.
Oh, too bad. You just waxed it, and now it's spotted. And now you'll wax all over again. If that had only been Johnson's self-polishing Stride on that floor, though you wipe up a spill right away or later. This is the wax that spills can't spot. Stride dries to a rich luster without polishing. But from then on, liquid Stride protects like paste wax. That water? Watch this splash test in slow motion. You see, just beads up, doesn't penetrate Stride's waxy film. A damp mop or cloth wipes spills away without a trace even after they've dried. Time after time, you can bring back Stride shine without re-waxing. Now, with Stride on your floor, spills like this, accidents, drips and splashes, no problem. Stride can take it and come shining through. Though you mop up right away or later, this is the wax that spills can't spot. Try Stride.
Be happy, go lucky.
paint today.
What do you think of that? Oh, she sure is pretty. Yeah. I wonder why they left out that cigarette tearing business.
Oh, I guess they figure most everybody knows how to do it.
Can you?
Sure, it's easy. Go ahead, try it. You got to start in with a Lucky from a new pack. One that isn't all beat up. Okay, now find the seam. That's it. You got to start at the seam. Now, tear it down the seam from one end to the other.
How am I doing?
Fine. Take your time, though. Don't dig into it or rough it up. Okay, now, lift out the tobacco. Real careful. There, you see? Anybody can do it.
Yeah, sure. But what's it prove?
Here's what it proves. See how the Lucky holds together without crumbling. A perfect cylinder of fine tobacco, without loose ends that get in your mouth and spoil the taste. That's why Lucky's taste cleaner. And you'll notice there aren't any empty air spaces, hot spots that burn too fast and give you a harsh, hot taste. No, because a Lucky is fully packed. See those long strands of fresh, mild, good-tasting tobacco. That's why Lucky's taste fresher. And lastly, that fine tobacco aroma tells you Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Fine, naturally mild tobacco that's firmly packed, but so perfectly shredded it always draws freely and smokes evenly. That's why Lucky's taste smoother. Yes, Lucky's are made better. And because they are made better, they taste better. So, friends, for a cleaner, fresher, smoother smoke, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Do you know what's going on here? It's a bridal shower. Matter of fact, a linen shower. Just look at those lovely white sheets and pillowcases. And a white luncheon set, I think. And kitchen towels. What a supply. Well, there's a package of Oxidol. Now, what do you suppose that's doing in a linen shower? Well, I sent that package of Oxidol to my young friend here, and with very good reason, which I'll tell you in a minute, just as soon as the guests leave. Now, I sent my young friend the only leading detergent in America that contains its own bleach, that actually washes and bleaches all by itself. So those lovely linens that she's admiring will look simply beautiful year after year. Because only new Oxidol gets clothes detergent clean, bleach white, and helps remove stains as no other suds can, all in one simple operation. Yet it's safe for colored washables. Really color safe. Yes, this new Oxidol containing its own bleach is just the thing for my young friend, isn't it? And it's just the thing for everything you wash, too.
Penny and Joe.
When I first looked at you, in that moment I knew this time it was really true.
No longer a bird on the wing, a fancy free lad in the spring.
Oh, this wonderful feeling has happened to me.
This is the genuine thing.
Like the silver that's marked sterling.
Like the gold stamp 14K. Like the lamps that carry the GE name. I'm counting on you all the way.
The General Electric monogram is your assurance of truly satisfactory service from fluorescent lamps. When you buy a General Electric fluorescent lamp, you're assured of top quality. You see, every GE lamp is backed up by an army of research scientists, engineers, and technicians who work constantly to improve processes, materials, and machines. General Electric announced the miracle of the fluorescent lamp back in 1938 and has been responsible for many of the major improvements in this revolutionary source of light since that time, like the new Deluxe Cool White and the Deluxe Warm White fluorescent lamps that show colors in their true beauty. In these 12 short years, the performance of General Electric fluorescent lamps has been greatly increased, while their cost to you is now only a fraction of what it used to be. These General Electric developments have made the quality of fluorescent lighting available everywhere. And say, here's some news from General Electric about fluorescent lighting in the home. Quick starting fluorescent lighting is now readily available for the smaller fluorescent lamps widely used in our homes, thanks to the new General Electric Trigger Start Ballast. You see, in every fluorescent fixture there's a ballast to enable the lamp to start and operate efficiently. Thanks to General Electric Trigger Start Ballasts, the 15 and 20 watt and Circline fluorescent lamps now join the family of fluorescent lamps which will give you instant starting fluorescent lighting for your home. There's no waiting for lamps to come on, no starters to buy. When you buy fluorescent lighting for your home, look for this tag. It's your assurance of excellent trigger starting.
It only took a teensy moment for this great love affair to start. I guess it took something less than an instant, dear, to completely win my heart.
There's something new and exciting in the Betty Crocker kitchens. And here's Betty Crocker herself.
And this is what we're so excited about, my new marble cake mix. It's entirely new. The only marble cake mix in one package that you can mix in one bowl. And the one bowl method makes it so very easy. You just add water and 2 fresh eggs. Now, when you've mixed the batter, pour 3/4 of it into 2 cake pans. Now comes the fun. From this special envelope that comes inside the package, stir in the fine chocolate dark mix. Then drop dabs of the chocolatey batter over the light batter. To make that wonderful marble pattern, run a knife through like this. And there's your Betty Crocker marble cake. Children love it, and grown-ups too. It's so tender, so light, and with my new one bowl marble cake mix, I promise you a perfect marble cake every time you bake. Cake after cake after cake.
And Instant Pet non-fat dry milk.
Here's a miracle happening right before your eyes. These tiny snowflakes turn into delicious non-fat milk instantly. Yes, these magic snowflakes of new Instant Pet non-fat dry milk mix instantly as you add water and stir with a spoon. No shaking, no foaming. Make delicious, fresh-tasting non-fat milk instantly, whether you make a glass or a quart. These magic snowflakes are a brand new scientific development, rich in all the protein, minerals, and B vitamins of whole milk, yet so light they always mix instantly. It's delicious, with wonderful fresh milk flavor, and it's instant. You can use it for drinking, for cooking, any way you'd use milk. Instant Pet cuts milk bills in half. 1 jar makes 3 quarts of delicious non-fat milk. Get this new miracle milk product in the glass jar at your grocer's. If he doesn't have it now, he will soon. Instant Pet non-fat dry milk.
The soap that gets you extra clean is Dial, Dial, Dial. The soap with hexachlorophene is Dial, Dial, Dial.
After you bathe, you don't have to fuss with deodorants to protect you against odor. You just don't worry when you use Dial soap every day. There's a simple reason why. Normal perspiration is odorless until skin bacteria attack it. They cause the odor. Now, ordinary good soaps can't remove skin bacteria effectively. Thousands stay on your skin, sort of like this. But Dial soap gets rid of up to 95% of these troublemakers. It's the hexachlorophene in Dial that does it. It clings to your skin, keeping you fresh all day. Dial doesn't stop perspiration, but it does stop odor before it starts. And Dial smells good. Aren't you glad you use Dial soap? Don't you wish everybody did?
With Fab in your washing machine, clothes come white as white and clean as clean. The whitest white and cleanest clean you've ever seen.
No matter what brand of washing machine, no matter how old or new, no matter what make, no matter what name, the recommendation remains the same. Use Fab. Use Fab in your washing machine. Use Fab. Use Fab in your washing machine. In a Maytag, Speed Queen, Hot Point Thor, Blackstone, Easy, Whirlpool, or Kelvinator, Apex, also Norge. No matter what brand, no matter what name, the recommendation remains the same. Use Fab. Use Fab in your washing machine. Use Fab. lather.
Slab in your washing machine.
For whitest white and cleanest clean, use that baby in your washing machine.
Now, in a moment, we're going to meet the Army and Navy football captains and stars, but first I want to tell you about a little interesting research I've learned about on how people select deodorants. As I think I told you a couple of weeks ago, I've discovered that they keep switching from brand to brand. Would you go along with that, Bill?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know why they keep switching? Because they are looking for one that works but does not irritate. So that's why more and more of them these days are ending up with either fresh roll-on, fresh stick, or fresh cream. I suggest that one of these three is for you because they do the work, but they do not irritate. And that's a special good news to people like myself who are sort of the fair skin type. Sometimes you have a problem. A lot of you folks, you know, can't even go out in strong sunshine without being extra careful. So if you're looking for safety and effectiveness, look for fresh. Fresh deodorant stop all the moisture it's safe to stop. It's not safe to stop at all, is it? Of course not. Stop it all, you'll explode all over the whole neighborhood, and you don't want to do that. So use fresh. We use it at our place, and you have your pick, as you know, of the three. Fresh roll-on, fresh cream, and fresh stick. Right, Daisy?
Right, Mr. Allen. Fresh stick, fresh cream, new fresh roll-on too. There's a fresh deodorant perfect for you. Television is so educational.
Take a look. Any hairstyle. Then take a lilt, and you'll get that hairstyle. Now, for the first time, Lilt brings you home permanence made and marked for the hairstyle you want. Right on the package, Lilt tells you the style you'll get. Want a loose casual style? The new Lilt, made and marked for loose casual styles, will give it to you. No need to know your hair type or texture. Want a medium style? The new Lilt, made and marked for medium styles, will give it to you. No test curls, no timing worries. Want a very curly style? Then new Lilt, made and marked for very curly styles, will give it to you. So pick a look. Any hairstyle, then pick a Lilt, and you'll get that hairstyle. Lilt, the only home permanent made and marked to give you the hairstyle you want.
And now my husband did arrive, and we're going to dance together in just a minute. But first, our sponsor of next week, Liquinet, has a little message that you girls are going to want to hear.
Here's how to keep your hair in shining order with Liquinet. When your curls are just the way you want them, float on a cloud of Liquinet. Liquinet keeps your hair in place perfectly, even in windy weather, even in damp, rainy weather. Liquinet, the invisible liquid hairnet.
Once again, for a limited time, you can get this combination offer. A beautiful $1.25 nylon hairbrush and the regular $1.25 size Liquinet, both for only $1.49. It's a regular $2.50 value, so you save $1.01. Look for this combination package at your beauty and cosmetic counter now.
Light up a lucky.
It's light up time.
Be happy, go lucky.
It's light up time.
For the taste that you like, light up a lucky strike.
Relax.
It's light up time.
The end of a perfect date when you stop for a light snack and linger with your Luckies. Why Luckies? Well, that's easy. Luckies taste better. Naturally they do. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. And then this fine, good-tasting tobacco is toasted. It's toasted to taste even better. Cleaner, fresher, smoother. So next time you want to linger, light up a Lucky.
For the taste that you like, light up a Lucky Strike.
Right now.
Light up a Lucky. It's light up time.
It's not very polite to interrupt a young lady at a time like this, but a pet milk baby doesn't mind. She's used to being admired any time. Just see that strong, straight back.
That's what Pet Evaporated Milk does for babies. Helps them build straight, strong bones and to make sure, steady growth. Because Pet Evaporated Milk has the right combination of milk minerals and vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. And Pet milk is always uniformly rich, always easy for babies to digest. Isn't it wonderful to see a baby enjoy bottle time as much as this one does? And with Pet Evaporated Milk in the formula, she's certainly getting a happy, sturdy start in life. For there is no better milk for babies than Pet Evaporated Milk.
It didn't take long for the old redhead to learn the score about Camel's mildness and flavor.
Friends, you try Camels for 30 days. Make your own 30-day Camel mildness test and learn why. For mildness, for flavor, Camels agree with more people than any other cigarette.
In several western towns, children rarely got tooth decay. Why? Their drinking water contained fluoride. Now, after years of fluoride research, Procter & Gamble proudly announces triumph over tooth decay for everyone everywhere, as it brings you Crest toothpaste with Fluorestan, its exclusive fluoride compound that's far superior to fluoride alone. Here's how Crest works. Crest with Fluorestan actually combines with and strengthens tooth enamel to lock out decay from within. Yes, with Crest, you and your family will have far fewer cavities. Your teeth will be strengthened against decay, and regular Crest use will keep them that way. Crest helps keep your teeth beautiful, blocks out bad breath as no other toothpaste can. Start now to triumph over tooth decay. Get Crest with Fluorestan, world's greatest weapon against decay.
Get on the Kellogg's all-bran wagon with the best bran in the land. The cereal that tastes grand, the cereal that's all bran, a breakfast treat that can't be beat. Be a regular guy and climb aboard the all-bran wagon. Eat Kellogg's all-bran. Here is how a couple of folks started out with all-bran.
Time was, their breakfasts were gloomy. They just didn't feel right, and they didn't know a delicious cereal could help their sad plight. So they tried this and tried that, but irregularity kept coming back all the same. For as often the case, lack of bulk in their diet was actually to blame. Once at the grocer's, the wife was so drooping and sagging that a neighbor said, "Get on Kellogg's All-Bran wagon. Why, All-Bran has a flavor that's scrumptious to eat. So rich and nut-like, makes breakfast a treat. And of course, Kellogg's All-Bran can help you each day to youthful regularity, the dietary way." "Well, it might do some good," said the wife with a sigh. "Guess I'll get some All-Bran and give it a try." Soon, breakfasts at her house were happy and bright, for delicious Kellogg's All-Bran set their day off right. Yes, All-Bran supplies all the bulk in your diet, you see, that you may need for youthful regularity. And no half-brand cereal possibly can provide this help as surely as Kellogg's All-Bran. A delicious, non-habit-forming aid to your diet. You're sure to like All-Bran. Just buy it and try it.
Get on the Kellogg's all-bran wagon with the best bran in the land. The cereal that tastes grand, the cereal that's all bran, a breakfast treat that can't be beat. Be a regular guy and climb aboard the all-bran wagon. Eat Kellogg's all-bran.
You are looking at Dove, the amazing new beauty discovery. See, even the shape of this new bath and toilet bar is different, modern, curved to fit your hand. You use Dove like soap, but Dove is completely new, revolutionary, much better for your skin.
Every bar of Dove is 1/4 cleansing cream. Dove is 1/4 cleansing cream. Soap dries your skin, but Dove creams your skin while you wash. Dove's rich lather cleans and creams your skin at the same time. Dove is 2 blessings in one.
You can feel the cream in Dove. You can smell Dove's creamy fragrance. Dove leaves your face, your hands, all of you, soft and smooth. Lever Brothers guarantees that Dove is better for your skin than any soap or your money back. Dove creams your skin while you wash.
Well, it's been nice chatting with you now. In just a moment, we'll give you a chance to play Do You Trust Your Wife? First, a message from Frigidaire.
A place for everything, and everything in its place. That's the rule for Chip, Alice, Timmy, Danny, and Charlie Dowdy. That's the rule for their mother, too, and a mighty useful one it is.
A place for everything. That sure helps around my kitchen. Everything in its place. That's easy. With my Frigidaire cold pantry.
So true, Mrs. Doughty. In your Frigidaire cold pantry, there's a place for all your foods. Fresh and frozen, canned, bottled, and wrapped, new bought and leftover. They're all right there, and they're all at your fingertips. Let's start with the most ingenious door in any refrigerator. It has special places for bottles, spreadable butter, cheeses, even leftovers, and a big picture window hydrator for fruits and vegetables. It tilts down to show you your supply at a glance. And it also lifts out, so you can take it over to the sink when there's a fresh supply to be washed and put away. But that's just the door. Think of all you can store in here on these big firm shelves that roll all the way out to you, so you can get at the food in back without moving anything in front. And how about your frozen things? Oh, yes, there's a place for them, too, in this big, big food freezer. Even your ice cubes have a special place for storage, right here. And watch how they get there. You just take out a tray, turn it over, and push. You get a shower of ice cubes all frosty dry and ready to use. See all the wonderful ideas in this Frigidaire cold pantry at your own Frigidaire dealers. It's further proof you get the best when you buy Frigidaire, built and backed by General Motors.
Mr. and Mrs. Dallas, you can win up to $1,200 in cash on your way to our trust fund question. Your first correct answer is worth $100. Your second, $200. Your third, $300. Edgar, there are the Dallas's questions.
Hi there, I'm Rex Marshall. And in case you haven't met before, this is Instant Maxwell House, the amazing coffee discovery created by America's leading coffee company. Well, I'd just like to show you why Instant Maxwell House is such an amazing discovery, why this is completely different from any other coffee. First of all, remember, Instant Maxwell House is not a powder like this. Nope. And it's not a grind like this either. No, sir. It's not a powder, not a grind, but millions of tiny flavor buds of real coffee. Tell you what, let's just take a look at them through the magnifying glass, shall we? Well, there you see them, tiny hollow beads of real coffee. Now, the advantage of these hollow flavor buds is that they capture all of that wonderful Maxwell House flavor. Well, to make yourself a whole pot full of really delicious coffee, all you do is simply measure out a spoonful for each cup and then pour in the hot water. Instantly, these miracle flavor buds burst, flooding the pot with that marvelous, good to the last drop flavor. Well, then just taste it. Believe me, one taste and you'll know that Instant Maxwell House is real coffee, as good as the best you could brew. So delicious that already it's preferred by more people across the country than any other instant coffee. By the way, we're glad that more and more of you are finding Instant Maxwell House back in your grocer's shelves again, and I'd like to tell you that the folks at the plant are working literally night and day to make enough available for everybody. So remember, won't you, for coffee that's good to the very last drop, always look for the jar with the stars on top. Instant Maxwell House. Real coffee in a revolutionary new form.
C-A-N-E-L, yes. How mild, how mild, how mild can a cigarette be? Make the Camel 30-day test and you'll see. So mild, so mild, so mild that you're bound to agree. that Camel suits you to a T, to a T. Smoke Camels and see.
You know, each week, the makers of Camels send free cigarettes to hospitalized servicemen and veterans. This week's gift Camels go to Veterans Hospitals Boise, Idaho, and Topeka, Kansas. United States Army Air Force Station Hospital, West Overfield, Massachusetts, and the United States Naval Hospital, Quantico, Virginia. The Camel people have now sent more than 190 million gift Camels to servicemen, servicewomen, and veterans.
I'm a homemaker. To reach my house, you go through this gate, which needs to be fixed. And here we are. And here's my husband, John. He used to just mope around, big chief thundercloud. Well, this cranky sort of behavior often spells irregularity due to lack of bulk in the diet. So I got him to try Post 40% bran flakes. They're a very gentle, natural way to enjoy the keep regular benefits of bran day after day after day. And they're absolutely delicious. John tried Post 40% bran flakes and liked them. And little by little, he began to feel more like his old self again. Now, I don't say Post bran flakes have made him turn handsprings. He's no spring chicken after all. But he does feel better. But just look at him now. Seriously, Post 40% bran flakes are just the thing to help your family feel fit. The tastiest way ever to get that healthy outlook.
Miss Agatha, do you mind if I light a cigarette?
Why don't you live modern? Have an L&M.
Enjoy the full, exciting flavor of modern living. Smoke L&M through the modern miracle of L&M's Pure White Miracle Tip. Pure white inside, pure white outside, comes full and exciting tobacco flavor. L&M tastes richer, smokes cleaner, draws easier. So light up, free up, let your taste come alive.
Make today your big red letter day and start to live the modern way. Live, live, live modern. Get L&M today.
There he goes. We'll be back to the Price is Right in just a moment, but first, here's a word from our alternate sponsor.
The dessert that never stops being different. It's a pudding. It's a pie. It's Jell-O pudding and pie filling. The start of dozens of desserts of your own creation. How about this one? A dramatic and delicious new ribbon pie. Make Jell-O chocolate pudding and pour into a 9-inch baked pie shell. Give it 5 minutes to cool while you prepare Jell-O vanilla pudding. And here comes the surprise. After your vanilla pudding is cool 5 minutes, spoon it carefully over the layer of chocolate filling and chill. A topping of cocoa or coffee whipped cream just before serving, and you've got ribbon pie. New, different, twice as creamy, twice as delicious, because it brings you two wonderful flavors rich with the goodness only a cooked pudding can give. Ribbon pie. It's easy when you use Jell-O pudding and pie filling, the dessert that never stops being different.
Tell you what, gals, you sort of take the hint and try a ribbon pie on your family real soon. When you see how fast it disappears, you'll want to serve it often.
Did you get a bouquet with your coffee today? Did you get a bouquet with your coffee today?
In coffee, bouquet means a full, rich aroma, and Maxwell House brings it to you.
Close your eyes. Inhale that wonderful Maxwell House aroma. Let the aroma mingle with the flavor. You'll know at once that without this rich bouquet, no coffee can truly satisfy. Today, many brands lack that aroma so important to true coffee enjoyment. But Maxwell House is blessed with a rich abundance of it. No other coffee in the world gives you such fabulous aroma, such wonderful bouquet.
Did you get a bouquet with your coffee today?
Maxwell House brings you rich aroma, rare coffee bouquet you'll find in no other coffee. Get Maxwell House coffee, always good to the last drop.
The Julius LaRosa Show in color, the George Sanders Mystery Theater, and Encore Theater, all Saturday night on NBC television. On the Julius LaRosa Show, Julie sings Around the World, You've Changed, and that grand old favorite, The Continental. The Fontaine sisters harmonize in the way that has made them famous from coast to coast. And Stubby K laments Everything Happens to Me on the Julius LaRosa Show in color Saturday night. Then on the George Sanders Mystery Theater, a demented student plots the murder of a pretty nurse, first terrorizing her with a series of midnight phone calls and then climaxing his campaign with a violent visit to her apartment. On Encore Theater, Lorraine Day stars as a courageous young widow who becomes a doctor in the days when the West was strictly man's territory. An emergency operation tests both her skill and her neighbor's confidence in her. There are the shows. See them all Saturday night over most of these NBC stations.
I'll tell you a story you'll never forget. A story about you and your cigarette. Enjoy smoother smoking, choose wisely, choose well. Smoke longer and finer and milder pell-mell. Pell-mell, pell-mell, pell-mell. Smoke longer and finer and milder pell-mell.
Reward yourself with the pleasure of smooth smoking. Pell-Mell's greater length travels the smoke further. Fine tobacco is its own best filter, and Pell-Mell tobaccos are the finest quality money can buy.
No finer tobacco has ever been grown. So get yourself Pell-Mell and make it your own. Reward yourself with this quality high, the finest quality money can buy. Pell-Mell, Pell-Mell, Pell-Mell. Smoke longer and finer and milder Pell-Mell.
Pell-Mell famous cigarettes, outstanding, and they are mild.
Have you ever heard this?
Don't be half safe. Be Arid safe.
If you have, listen.
Now Arid brings a brand new thrill. It's Arid Spray with chlorophyll. Just squeeze the bulb. Spray, spray. Your fragrance sweet in every way.
No other spray deodorant contains Arid's patented antiperspirant plus chlorophyll.
Get famous Arid's brand new thrill. Get Arid Spray with chlorophyll.
Have a good time. Well, back to work. More clothes for those twins. But there's nothing like new blue cheer to get 'em clean and white. So clean, so white, you don't need bluing or bleach. Let me explain. I'm Jean Sullivan, and this is new blue cheer. Cheer is the only suds with the blue magic whitener. The granules are blue. They contain Cheer's blue magic whitener that no other product uses. Result? A wash so clean and so white that, except for problem stains, you need no bleaching and no bluing. Brightens washable colors, too. Try new blue Cheer. Great for dishes as well as laundry. Cheer works like blue magic. New blue Cheer with the blue magic whitener.
No matter where you're going, getting there is a real treat when you drive Chevrolet, the best-looking, best-driving car on the road. Try a handsome new, gleaming new 9-passenger Beauville. For shopping, for hauling a full load of kids to a picnic, you name it, the Beauville fills the bill. Or step into a Bel Air Sport Coupe, long, low, distinctive, truly Chevrolet in design and performance. You'll like Chevy's Get Up and Go, as exciting to drive as it is appealing to the eye. And how easily the new Chevrolet handles a little lady, a big station wagon. How nicely it corners on a bumpy road. Driving cross town or cross country, you have the type of power and performance that set the 24-hour competition track record at Darlington, South Carolina. Power and performance that give you better, safer control in your kind of driving. So remember, your key to true driving pleasure is waiting for you at your Chevrolet dealers. Drop in tomorrow and let him show you how easy it is to own a beautiful new Chevrolet, the best-looking, best-driving car on the road.
All they do is squawk, squawk, squawk. The feathers are sure flying.
Darn it, Sally, what did I do to ruffle your feathers? Every time I try and kiss you lately, you give me the bird.
Listen, Tom, nobody's going to cool with you until you see your dentist.
Make it snappy, Chappie.
Tom, for unpleasing breath, I advise Colgate Dental Cream, because only Colgate's has proved so completely it stops bad breath. Scientific tests prove that in 7 out of 10 cases, Colgate's instantly stops unpleasing breath that originates in the mouth. Yes, Colgate's has the proof. It cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth. Moreover, Colgate's is preferred for flavor over all other brands tested. And dental research has proved brushing teeth right after eating with Colgate Dental Cream stops tooth decay best.
Colgate's, Colgate's, now you're talking. For after Colgate's, no more squawking.
Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate Dental Cream, it cleans your breath.
What a toothpaste.
What cleans your teeth.
Colgate toothpaste.
Cleans your breath.
What a toothpaste.
What cleans your teeth.
Remember, only Colgate Dental Cream has proved so completely it stops unpleasing breath. Colgate's cleans your breath while it cleans your teeth.
New golden bar. New golden wrapper. It's new golden dial with new protection for you. New mildness, too. For new golden dial contains Super AT7, a combination of 2 remarkable ingredients. Together, they're twice as effective as any protective ingredient in any other soap. So new golden dial removes odor-causing bacteria better than ever. In 1 bath, dial stops odor better than 2 baths with any 2 ordinary soaps. And golden dial keeps fighting odor for days. New golden dial is milder than ever. Its cosmetic mild lather removes bacteria that often spread surface blemishes. And golden dial's protection lasts all day, even under makeup. Especially now. Aren't you glad you use Dial soap? Don't you wish everybody did?
Take it easy for a minute. Here's a word from Jonathan Blake about a really good cigarette. Kent.
If you smoke a lot, please be certain that you've got the cigarette designed just for you. Change to Kent, change to Kent, change to Kent with the micronite filter.
Hi, this is Jonathan Blake. Say, if you smoke a lot, I suggest that you take the Kent carton test and just see for yourself what a difference Kent's can make. You switch to Kent and smoke 1 carton. Now, I don't mean just a pack or 2, but a carton. You'll find that Kent's micronite filter gives you high filtration to help you keep your smoking moderate. And that Kent's custom blend of fine, rich tobaccos gives you the clean, satisfying flavor that you want in a cigarette. If you smoke just 1 carton of Kent's, I'm confident you'll find that Kent's will give you everything you want in a cigarette. So, if you smoke a lot, change to Kent to help you keep your smoking moderate.
I smoke Kent cigarettes. Why don't you get yourself a carton and try them? Thank you.
Let your beauty be seen. Yes, let your beauty be seen. Palmolive brings out beauty while it cleans your skin.
I want you to hear the story of a famous singing star who avoided camera close-up 'cause her skin looked under par. Her career was on the rocks until a girlfriend said you can in 14 days be lovelier with Palmolive Beauty Plan.
36 leading skin specialists in 1,285 tests proved Palmolive's Beauty Plan brings most women lovelier complexions in 14 days. So start Palmolive's Beauty Plan today. Gently massage Palmolive soap's extra mild, pure lather onto your skin for just a minute 3 times a day. Rinse and pat dry. Yes, doctors prove Palmolive's beauty results.
Now that soprano is so stunning, her complexion looks so fine. With skin like a rose, she will happily pose anytime. And wherever she's seen on stage or screen, she's living proof you can have a lovelier, brighter, smoother skin with Palmolive's Beauty Plan.
Let your beauty be seen. Yes, let your beauty be seen. Palmolive brings out beauty while it cleans your skin.
What do you know about that? I think Mary's going to let this clown cool his heels in his engaged calaboose for a while. Don't you think so? Well, boys and girls, so go the lives once again of our fugitives of fun, our internationally famous clowns, Clippy, Scampy, and Nicky. Well, kids, right now I'd like to remind you of another wonderful candy bar that everybody on Super Circus is mighty fond of. Yes, sirree, I mean 3 Musketeers. It's been a favorite for many, many years, and here's why. It's the candy bar that breaks easily into 3 just right pieces of the very tastiest nougat candy. Light, smooth nougat that's flavored with sweet cocoa. Lots of sweet chocolate flavor. And see? 3 pieces for easy eating. And here are our star salesmen for Three Musketeers, our Super Circus audience. And do they eat up those 3 Musketeers? Ho, ho! They know good candy when they taste it, and Three Musketeers taste just swell. Say, here's the idea for warm days ahead. Try chilling or freezing those 3 Musketeers of yours. That milk chocolate and nougat tastes cool and frosty and makes a great hot weather treat. But anyway you like it, regular or chilled, Three Musketeers is the candy bar for you. Look for the figures of the 3 Musketeers on the big white wrapper. The biggest nickel's worth of chocolate-covered candy in America. 3 Musketeers.
Oh, there's some of everything tonight, isn't it? Let's have our Winston movie for tonight. These Winston smokers are really up in the clouds, as you will see in just a moment. Observe.
Steady. Steady. He's got it. That's really something when you're doing 335 miles an hour, 25,000 feet up. Yes, in Capital Airlines Viscount, you can balance a quarter on edge. That's how smooth it is in this newest luxury airliner where every detail is carefully planned for passenger comfort and enjoyment. Naturally, this includes the cigarettes served on these planes. It's Winston, America's best-selling, best-tasting filter cigarette.
Honey, this is wonderful.
They sure think of everything, including our Winstons.
Tastes good.
Like a cigarette should.
That's what they all say. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should. This filter cigarette brings you real tobacco flavor, rich and full. The exclusive Winston filter works so effectively, the flavor comes right through to you. Try Winston, America's most popular filter cigarette. Winston tastes good, like a cigarette should.
Hello, I'm Betty Crocker. I guess every family has its own kind of problems, but certainly baking a cake doesn't have to be one of them. You don't have to be an expert when you use my cake mix. Take my newest flavor, Honey Spice. The men really go for it, and so will your bridge club. A perfect cake. You be the judge, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and get your money back. Anybody can make a cake like that, even your youngsters. Just add water and 2 of your own fresh eggs. Those fresh eggs keep it moist and tender to the last crumb. Not that you'll ever have any crumbs left over. A Betty Crocker cake mix cake is high, light, better tasting. You know, even your very first cake will be perfect with my Betty Crocker cake mix. As a matter of fact, that's why I can safely say, I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
An exciting money-saving offer. The famous Betty Crocker Picture Cookbook, fastest-selling book in America. Yours now at no extra cost when you buy the General Mills True Heat Iron, the lightweight iron with the shape that makes the difference.
Yes, 2 great values for the price of 1. Here's the $3.50 edition of Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook with 463 pages of Betty Crocker recipes and pictures. And this is the True Heat Iron with the exclusive tapered heel that lets you iron backward as smoothly and easily as forward. The only lightweight iron with permanently scratch-resistant sole plates. Now here is how you get this bargain.
Buy the True Heat Iron for only $14.95. Get Betty Crocker's Picture Cookbook at no additional cost. An $18.45 value, yours now for only $14.95. You save $3.50. Look for this display at your dealers now.
When you own a Lincoln like this, you'll wonder why you ever owned anything else. Really, you'll love every inch of its modern, functional beauty. There is, if you notice, just enough chrome to emphasize the long, horizontal lines of the car itself, and no unnecessary glitter. And the body is so sleek and smooth compared to many of today's cumbersome car bodies. And just look at the interior luxury of Lincoln. Here you'll find colors and fabrics that tell at a glance that this is the finest of fine cars. And if you're still in doubt, just wait till you sit behind the wheel of your Lincoln. Wait till you try the effortless ease with which you handle this big automobile. Much more easily than most small cars. You know, Lincoln offers all the optional power features. Power steering, power brakes, the wonderful four-way power seat. But perhaps the biggest thing about Lincoln is its performance. I don't think there's a man anywhere who wouldn't be thrilled to command Lincoln's magnificent engine. You've just got to try it to appreciate it. And remember, Lincoln proved its economy by coming home first in its class in the Mobile Gas Economy Run. And Lincoln captured the first 4 places in the stock car division of the rugged Pan American Road Race. So there it is, the car I think is the handsomest on the highway, and that experts have called the best in America. And you can call your own if you go soon, real soon, to see your neighborhood Lincoln dealer.
Here's something you must experience to appreciate. An acceleration test photographed by a motion picture camera mounted on the front of a Mercury. And it shows some of the reserve power you can expect to feel when you take a demonstration drive in a Mercury. Mercury's overhead valve V8 engine puts 161 horsepower at your command. And still another feature your dealer wants to show you is that revolutionary new Mercury development, ball joint front wheel suspension, something no other car in Mercury's field can offer you. It makes cornering and steering far easier, gives you a far greater feeling of steadiness and safety. And there's only one way you'll find out how wonderfully easy driving can be with ball joint suspension, and that is to get behind the wheel yourself. And as for beauty, well, black and white pictures just hint at the styling that makes Mercury so distinctive. Until you see them, you can't imagine the brilliant new colors that are available on this year's Mercury. And the new fabrics, many of which are found in no other car in America, regardless of price. Now, for a real thrill when you go to your Mercury dealers, here's a very special car you want to be sure to see. Look, you can actually see right through the roof. This is Mercury's dream car come true, the new Mercury Sun Valley. Well, no matter what Mercury model appeals to you most, the smart thing to do is to be from Missouri for a half hour or so. Let your Mercury dealer show you what a tremendous performer this Mercury is. Let him prove that you can drive away in a brand new Mercury of your own for a lot less than you think.
This could be a road anywhere in the USA, a country road, open and inviting. And this coming down the road, we'll say, is you at the wheel of your new Chevy. For this trip, you've forsaken the parkways and turnpikes humming with traffic. You've searched out the quiet roads instead, the little traveled byways that make you realize all over again what a terrific thrill it is to drive a great car like the '58 Chevrolet. And you really get the urge to put it through its paces. This is real fun. This is bringing back something you'd almost forgotten. A superbly performing car, performing in the way it was meant to do. It's long, low, and loaded. Away you go in a smooth and steady drive. Bumps and ruts all but disappear. For this new Chevy is engineered with the most advanced suspension system you'll find on any low-priced car, with coils springing at each wheel. It's a great-looking car, too. From any angle, it makes a handsome picture. A beautiful, moving thing, lovely and graceful in every sculptured line. And if your destination really mattered on this carefree trip, this is it. Out with the picnic gear. And you could have stowed twice as much in this enormous trunk. What a spot. It's like a different world. Aren't you glad you're here? And aren't you glad for the car that brought you to it? A car that's already given you so much more than it promised. So smooth, so quiet is its power. So ready, so alert is its response. Try getting away in your Chevrolet. For in a Chevy, the fun is in the going. It reminds you all over again what the real, deep-down, satisfying experience of driving America's #1 car can be. Let an all-new Chevy take you to the quiet places, the out-of-the-way places along the back roads and the byways. And then let it take you home again. See your local authorized Chevrolet dealer now.
Get on the Kellogg's All-Bran wagon with the best bran in the land. The cereal that tastes grand, the cereal that's all bran. Here is how a couple of folks started out with All-Bran.
Their household was modern, planned to a T, but modern food lacking bulk caused them to suffer irregularity. Till once on TV said an announcer man, "Get on Kellogg's All-Bran wagon. Eat Kellogg's All-Bran. You'll like its rich bran flavor toasted Kellogg's way, and with All-Bran, you're sure of this each day. Supplies all the bulk in your diet," said he, "that you may need for youthful regularity." Being wise, she thought, that makes sense to me. So next day she bought All-Bran and decided to see. Sure enough, Kellogg's All-Bran set them feeling brand new. So if you're like this couple, see how All-Bran might help you.
Get on the Kellogg's All-Bran wagon. Eat Kellogg's All-Bran.
Does your stomach talk back to you like this?
You ate too much. You ate too much. You ate too fast. You ate too fast.
Yes, these days most of us eat too fast, eat too much. No wonder we get that dull, heavy after-eating feeling. And that's why you should always follow your meals with wonderful tasting Beeman's Pepsin chewing gum. Beeman's aids digestion. It's so good and so good for you. And Beeman's delicious flavor lasts for hours. It's a smooth gum, never tires you to chew it. And Beeman's moistens and refreshes your mouth and throat, sweetens your breath after meals. So next time your stomach talks back, because
you ate too much. You ate too much. You ate too fast. You ate too fast.
follow your meals with Beeman's Pepsin chewing gum. Beeman's aids digestion.
Want a peek, too? Come closer. Aren't these wonderful? I'm so proud. I didn't know I could bake biscuits like these. So light and fluffy, with a crust that's crispy tender. Mmm, so good.
Yes, and so easy with Betty Crocker's new stir and roll biscuit recipe. You need only gold medal flour, salt, milk, baking powder, and Wesson oil, which you stir all in one bowl. There's no cutting in shortening. Simply pour oil and milk together into the sifted dry ingredients and stir. From this one mixing, you can make 3 kinds of biscuits. For drop biscuits like these, you just spoon the dough onto ungreased cookie sheet. They're crispy and golden brown, just melt in your mouth. For small, thin, crusty biscuits, simply roll the dough between squares of waxed paper and cut. Or still with no change of ingredients, you can have patted biscuits, light, fluffy, tall biscuits like these. Betty Crocker's easy new stir and roll biscuit recipe was developed to take full advantage of the superb uniform baking qualities of gold medal flour. You can depend on each cupful of gold medal to act the same. It never varies. Insist on gold medal kitchen tested enriched flour. Use it with Betty Crocker recipes. It's the perfect way to perfect bakings every time.
For a little girl, it's time to sleep as she reads the rhyme of Little Bo Peep. But let her dreams go on the loose. She'll ride with Pet Milk's Mother Goose.
Here's the Queen of Hearts with Pet Milk Tarts.
My tarts are good as anything. Pet makes them fit for any king.
Now little Jack Horner speaks in his corner.
I've thumbed my way through lots of pies, and those with Pet Milk take the prize.
Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake it as fast as ever you can.
Whatever I bake, it's as fine as silk, 'cause I always use that good Pet Milk.
Well, Mother Goose, the dreams are done. This Pet Milk trip with you was fun. And now to dream while we're awake, we'll eat the dreams Pet Milk can make. Remember, Pet Milk.
Once there was a little boy everybody called Pipe Stem Pete because, well, he looked like a pipe. See? Poor Pipe Stem wanted to get bigger and stronger, but he didn't know how. Well, one day while looking at his animal book, he fell asleep and dreamed that he said,
How can I grow bigger and stronger?
Why, you must eat the big 8 elements along with a good diet.
What are they?
Protein, calcium,
Vitamin B1.
correct, niacin,
Vitamin B2.
iron, phosphorus, energy.
Where do I get them?
Eat meat, milk, eggs, vegetables, and Wonder Bread.
Well, that woke Pipe Stem Pete right out of his dream, and he rushed to the grocer's for Wonder Bread. Now, everybody calls him Powerhouse Pete, because Wonder Bread helps build strong bodies 8 ways. Get it fresh from your grocers today.
This is Susie, 8 years old this week. This is Susie's dad. His camera is 8 years old this week, too. Susie sure has changed a lot in 8 years, and so have cameras. Suppose Dad had a brand new Brownie Star-Matic camera. He'd get the right exposure time after time automatically. This amazing camera measures the light with its electric eye light meter and automatically adjusts the lens. When you shoot in the shade, the lens opens to admit the correct amount of light. And in the sun, the lens closes down. You get the right exposure at all times automatically. Beautiful pictures in deep shade like this, or in bright sun like this, all automatically. So why not take your pictures the modern way? The Brownie Star-Matic costs only $34.50 or as little as $3.50 down. Other Brownie cameras start at $5.95. They're as new as tomorrow, and mighty good reasons to insist on the name Kodak.
What are you doing here? You ought to be outside with the rest of the kids.
This is where Thanksgiving really begins, isn't it, Edgar?
Well, now, if you're referring to the aroma of roast turkey, I concur.
No, Ray, I was talking about the kitchen. It looks like a real center of hospitality.
Did you say hospitality?
Uh-huh.
That's one thing we're always prepared for around here. Help yourself.
Wouldn't this be a good time for you and your guests to have Coca-Cola, too?
Yes, and Coca-Cola is so delicious, so refreshing, so tempting to any guest when you bring out those familiar bottles with tiny beads of moisture running down their frosty sides, assuring you that the Coke inside is really ice cold. And the good, the gracious, the friendly homes of America are always prepared for hospitality, not only on Thanksgiving Day, but every day, all the year around, no matter who comes to call or who happens to drop in. And one of the easiest, simplest, and surest ways in the world to be prepared for hospitality is to have plenty of Coca-Cola in your refrigerator, ice cold and ready to serve all the time. It's a wonderful way to say to folks, so glad you came. Welcome anytime.
Dickie, are you in the kitchen? Mustn't touch the cake I just baked.
Well, Mother, after all, no one really can resist a rich, moist cake made with a Betty Crocker cake mix. It's got that special homemade goodness, just begging to be eaten. Boy, I'd grab a slice of it, too. It's just as fluffy and moist as the cakes Betty Crocker and her staff make. In fact, Betty Crocker white cake mix is a favorite Betty Crocker recipe, already measured and blended. It contains famous soft-as-silk cake flour and premium cake shortening. All you have to do is add water and fresh eggs, and you get a fine, snowy white cake. A great big cake, too. In fact, 9 out of 10 homemakers in recent tests said Betty Crocker cake mixes with fresh eggs gave them bigger, taller cakes than the other cake mixes they tested. Betty Crocker cake mixes give you a full 1.25 pounds of cake mix. That's more than any other nationally sold cake mix. And remember, those fresh eggs added to Betty Crocker cake mixes help give that special homemade goodness. Try Betty Crocker cake mixes and always make big, moist, fresh egg cakes.
Oh, say, that was great, Magic Clown. And say, here's something else that's great. It's Bonomo's Butter-Rich Peanut Brittle. Yes, sir, Bonomo's Peanut Brittle is butter-rich. Let me tell you about it. You see, Mother, it's made with country fresh table butter. And just like good, wholesome butter, it melts in your mouth. Oh, and those crisp, crunchy peanuts, oh, man, they're hand-picked, they are. You bet your life. They're hand-picked. They're the pick of the crop. I want to tell you that Bonomo's butter-rich, crunchy, thin peanut brittle is always fresh because this new, heavy foil wrapper, you see, that's the one that does the trick. You bet your life, it hermetically seals in the flavor, and it keeps it fresh as only a foil wrapping can. So don't you forget now, buy Bonomo's butter-rich peanut brittle in the new heavy foil wrap package at supermarkets, candy counters, and everywhere that good candy is sold. Now, inside of the package, you'll find some wonderfully new and exciting recipes for such things as peanut brittle layer cakes and drop cookies, too. So remember, buy Bonomo's peanut brittle. It's the better brittle. It's the butter brittle.
Gracie and Jack will be back in just a moment. In the meantime, here is the reason Gracie's custard disappeared so quickly a little earlier. You'll find it on page 58 of the issue of Life magazine with Ike Eisenhower's wedding picture on the cover. And it'll show you the difference between custard made with ordinary milk and custard made with carnation evaporated milk. Now, actually, as you see on the screen, carnation custard calls for eggs, salt, sugar, vanilla, ingredients that you use in making any custard. As a matter of fact, you even bake carnation custard in the same way. But oh, what a difference. There we are. You get a richer golden brown color, a smoother, creamier texture, and a far more delicious flavor. What makes it all possible? Well, here is the secret right here. Where ordinarily you would use 1/2 carnation evaporated milk and 1/2 water, this recipe calls for 2/3 carnation evaporated milk, and isn't that rich? And 1/3 water. There we are. And there is the secret of the most delicious custard you ever made. It's another carnation cooking miracle. Now, the reason carnation performs these miracles is that carnation is more than double rich in butter, fat, and milk solids. That means extra richness in any cooking that calls for milk. So you try this carnation custard tomorrow. Remember, too, that carnation is heat refined, gives you better blending of your other ingredients, and improves their flavor. So you must try this custard tomorrow and use carnation in your cooking every day. You'll appreciate the difference in richness and in flavor.
What's more delicious than a fluffy golden omelet? A fluffy golden mushroom omelet made with Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms. And Chef Boyardee sauce with mushrooms comes ready to serve. You don't have to add a thing. Chef Boyardee has already blended mushrooms, tomatoes, and just the right amount of spices and seasonings. Now let's pour this smooth, tempting, different mushroom sauce over our omelet. Fold the omelet. There. An omelet anyone would like. Golden brown, fluffy, bursting with delicious chef sauce with mushrooms. Get acquainted with all 3 Chef Boyardee sauces. Meat, mushroom, and the new Spanish sauce. Remember, these sauces are made with the same skill and care as the sauce that gives that delicious flavor to the chef ravioli we've told you so much about.
Is football. And the night before the big game, there's generally a rally. Now, you don't want to be late, but before you go, remember, you're planning to bring the gang in afterwards. Now you've got the idea. Put plenty of Coke in that refrigerator. Ice-cold Coca-Cola will be a mighty welcome sight when you return. You know, it's a good idea to keep plenty of Coke on ice all the time. Coca-Cola has a distinctive flavor, all its own. A flavor that has never been equaled. Coca-Cola is popular with everyone, which makes it ideal when you're expecting guests. Now, that's true whether it's a casual gathering like this one or a planned party. The bright, bracing flavor of Coke is always welcome. It's a flavor that has made Coca-Cola the most asked-for soft drink in the world.
You know, they say that a salesman should never knock his product. But the Dodge people know that one of the best ways to convince folks about Dodge is to knock it, like this. That knuckle test is a quick, sure way to find out how really solid a car is. And let me tell you, they just don't come any more solid than the new Dodge. Here's a car that not only looks big and rugged, but is, all the way through. You know, wherever you look on a new Dodge, you see evidences of superior engineering, materials, and construction. Take the rear door, for example. You know, of all the new cars, only Dodge has gone to the trouble of designing a full rear door without any cutout here. That means not only added convenience getting in and out, but also tighter door closing and the safety of added body strength. Believe me, it's as solid as it sounds. And Dodge gives you solid engine performance, too. Not only for a fast getaway at the lights, but for lasting, year-in, year-out dependability. That's why Dodge in its class achieved the almost incredible feat of taking first, second, third, and fourth places in the toughest stock car race ever held, the 1,900-mile Pan American Road Race. And Dodge staying power is further proved by winning more AAA performance records than any other stock engine ever built. Now, of course, there are many down-to-earth reasons for buying a Dodge this year. The all-new Dodge look, the fact that Dodge is the longest, largest, and yet lowest price car in its field, and the fact that your Dodge dealer is now offering unprecedented trade-in values. But as always, the most important reason for choosing Dodge is its complete dependability, proved in over 41 years of superior service. So, help yourself to the solid satisfaction of a new Dodge, the car that's built to last, not just to get by.
You, yes you, will love Gentle Ivory soap in this handy personal size, the toilet soap size. You know, you get 4 cakes of personal size ivory for the same price as 3 cakes of other leading toilet soaps. Like getting 1 cake free. And handy, look, fits perfectly in your soap dish and in your hand. Ideal for your complexion care. Change to regular cleansing and this personal size of pure mild ivory. More doctors advise it than any other beauty soap. In 1 week, you'll have that lovelier look, that ivory look. This pretty pink ribbon and bow tells you it's personal size ivory. Your best beauty buy is PSI, personal size ivory. Buy 4 cakes and save.
And now a word from our alternate sponsor, your dependable Dodge dealer.
Ah! Don't need to shift that gear. No clutch to fight. A bully dear. It's automatic power flight. Go Dodge. Go Dodge. Take command. Get the thrill firsthand. 55's the year. To drive. A Dodge. A Dodge. Wow! Look at it go. With full-time power steering. Hey, a bully day. A thing that takes you all the way. Go Dodge. Go Dodge. Take command, get the thrill firsthand. Now's the time to buy and drive a Dodge. A Dodge. Wow! Look at it go. That's what back windshield takes your eye. A bully die. Nothing there but road and sky. Go Dodge. Go Dodge. Take command, get the thrill firsthand. 55's the year to drive. A Dodge. A Dodge.
Each and every slice is baked so very nice in delicious sunbeam bread. It's fresh as it can be, it's full of energy, nutritious sunbeam bread. It stays fresh so long, it's baked to make you good and strong. Delicious sunbeam bread. Sunbeam, it's better. Sunbeam, it's better. Each and every slice is baked so very nice in delicious sunbeam bread. It's fresh as it can be, it's full of energy, nutritious sunbeam bread. The best you can buy for sandwiches that satisfy. Delicious sunbeam bread.
Make the Camel 30-day mildness test, and you'll know how mild a cigarette can be. Camels are so mild that in a recent test of hundreds of people who smoked only Camels for 30 days, noted throat specialists making weekly examinations reported not one single case of throat irritation due to smoking Camels. But test Camels yourself in your T-zone. See if you don't agree that Camels are the mildest, best-tasting cigarettes you ever smoked.
Every week in the year, the Camel people send gift cigarettes to servicemen's and veterans' hospitals. This week, Camels go to Veterans Hospitals, Coatesville, Pennsylvania, and Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. United States Army Oliver General Hospital, Augusta, Georgia.
and the United States Naval Hospital, Charleston, South Carolina. The camel people have now sent more than 190 million free camels to servicemen, servicewomen, and veterans.
We'll learn more about this in a moment.
You get 4 cakes of personal-size ivory for about the same price.
As only 3 cakes of any other leading toilet soap.
4?
Instead of 3.
It's like getting an extra cake free.
What a value. Why, more doctors advise pure mild ivory for complexion care than any other soap.
Start cleansing your skin regularly and use this handy personal size of ivory. In 1 week, your complexion will have a prettier look. That ivory look.
Remember, when you buy 4 cakes of personal size ivory, it's like getting an extra cake free. So join the Value Jubilee.
Make this year 1953.
Save.
And save.
On personal size ivory.
Money talks, but it takes little to buy a big help to health and energy.
Sunbeam bread.
When you buy Sunbeam bread, you buy extra energy for your family, a help to better health.
Got your shopping list handy?
Add energy-packed, extra delicious Sunbeam bread.
This bright, sparkling half-ounce of aluminum is part of our Christmas card. It is a symbol of the thousands of products of Alcoa aluminum that make for better living. In your homes, on your farms, even at this very moment, bringing your families back home for Christmas. It is also a symbol of the tons of aluminum being used overseas to defend our way of life, to fight, to fly, to eat turkey 7,000 miles away. This, then, is just a tiny part of the ever-growing supply of aluminum that is being produced at Alcoa plants this Yuletide Sunday, every day and every night, 7 days a week. To you and to Americans everywhere who pray above all else for peace on earth, goodwill toward men, the 50,000 men and women of Alcoa want to say, we add our prayers for peace and Merry Christmas.
Camel, smoke camel, camel, and see how mild a cigarette can be.
Oh, Danny's used to lying, fierce and wild. When it comes to smoke, he likes a cigarette smile. He says, smoke camels, and you will see they're so mild. Camels suit you to a T.
Camel, smoke camel, camel, and see how mild a cigarette can be.
In summertime, at dessert time, try Jell-O Instant Puddings, the perfect dessert for hot, busy days. All you do is just add them to milk and beat them up. That's it. Almost at once, Jell-O Instant Puddings are ready to eat. So creamy, so cool, so delicious. So quick and easy, even children can make them in just the wink of an eye. Stock up with a terrific new busy day dessert. New Jell-O Instant Puddings.
You'll hear the Sunbeam bakers say,
Sunbeam energy, that's the way to make our Sunbeam bread the best. Better, better, better than all the rest. Bake it well, make it ring the bell. Sunbeam must be fresh and pure. With Sunbeam energy, you'll be sure.
Sunbeam's better, that's a fact. It's Sunbeam bread and it's energy packed.
Sunbeam energy, energy packed. Sunbeam energy, energy packed. Sunbeam energy, energy packed. You'll hear the Sunbeam bakers say, Sunbeam energy, that's the way to make our Sunbeam bread the best. Better, better, better than all the rest. Bake it well, make it ring the bell. Sunbeam must be fresh and pure. With Sunbeam energy, you'll be sure.
Sunbeam's better, that's a fact. It's Sunbeam bread and it's energy packed.
Sunbeam energy, energy packed. Sunbeam energy, energy packed. Sunbeam energy, energy packed.
School years, school cheers. A boy by your side to carry your book. And you, the girl with that schoolgirl complexion look. You being lovely Joan Reba of Rice Institute. But did you know most women can have that schoolgirl complexion look? Just change to 100% mild Palmolive soap and the wonderful Palmolive Beauty Plan.
Gently massage Palmolive Soap's 100% mild, pure lather onto your skin for 60 seconds 3 times a day. Then rinse with warm water, splash with cold, and pat dry. In just 14 days, most women can have softer, smoother, brighter skin. That schoolgirl complexion look. Doctors have proved it. Prove Palmolive's beauty plan is far better for your skin than just average care with any leading soap. So there's your beauty secret. Palmolive Soap brings out beauty while it cleans your skin. And remember, Palmolive Soap is 100% mild to give you everything you need for gentle beauty care. So get 100% mild Palmolive Soap to help guard that schoolgirl complexion look.
Little Jack Horner had a plum on his thumb till the gang got Snickers and offered him some.
If you like peanuts and chocolate too, then Snickers is the bar for you.
Yes, for you, for everybody who craves good candy, a Snickers candy bar has everything everybody likes. Inside, a fluffy nougat flavored with peanut butter and malted milk. Then a creamy golden caramel layer with lots of fresh, whole Virginia peanuts. And covered all over with pure milk chocolate. Boy, what a bar. Buy Snickers 1 at a time, 6 at a time in the popular 6-pack, and it won't be long till you'll want to buy Snickers candy bars by the box, like this.